So, Hamish, you and Byron return to the university and find Hayes rather sore. Well, I say rather sore. Hayes is reading a bunch of books and a lot of Leader's old things, and he's currently conversing with... Or not conversing. He's currently in the teacher's assistant's room. Although, of course, Hayes is probably one of the furthest things from a teacher's assistant you could find here. He is taking advantage of Amelia Court's packed office supplies of Leader, and is essentially reading through all of Leader's books, or many of Leader's books. Mm-hmm. You're not sure why he isn't here instead of the library, but whatever, you could ask him.
What?
Okay. I'll just approach him.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yes. I see you've been busy.
Unfortunately, yes.
Doing scholars work?
Hamish looks a bit surprised.
And Hayes kind of slams the book closed he's reading. I am doing some personal research. I would appreciate it if you give me some personal space.
Right.
So, what is it you need?
Right. Well, we're short a few hands. Seems that Keen's been rendered incapacitated by the recent investigation that this university had us undertake. Fortunately, it's anything but a simple murder mystery. Whatever this Professor Leiter was meddling with, they are dark powers indeed. Unfortunately, need some extra assistance. Keen's he's gone barmy. Now he's in the hospital until he can recover. So, we'll need your help.
I like how Keen has suffered an internal wound and gone insane in this campaign. Or in this investigation.
Yeah. Also,
I'm
just busy as well.
There was a mishap at the library, so
Mishap.
I guess I'm free.
All right. Well, very well. Get your things ready, and preferably make sure you're coming in heavy.
This is slang for bring a gun. And also be like,
and make sure you're coming in heavy. Heavy from TF2.
We've learned recently that this Leiter had involvement with the town's local sanatorium, specifically with a patient who was supposedly a failed art student in this college. We have reason to believe that this is a thread that could lead us closer to the rituals that he was participating in. And we don't have time to waste.
Yeah, well...
Back in something.
That makes sense. Students, hipsters. Let's get going.
Right. All right. And I suppose I'll introduce you to Byron. He was a student from the university that hired us. He will be joining us on this expedition in order to assist us in resolving this.
What's up? I'm Byron. How you doing?
And it's good to meet you.
Byron is a blonde frat boy.
Stick out my hand.
I grasp it firmly.
And I lean in uncomfortably close. Soft hands. Let's go.
Give him a bro hug.
Too close. Then I suppose you worm your way out of the hug. And where is the party off to now? The newly assembled party. Everyone is happy. Life is good. Nothing is wrong.
Right, so we're going to drive towards the sanatorium, right? And what I'm going to do, while we're doing that, I'm going to speak to Hayes about what's been happening. It's like,
right, so you're like, Byron, drive.
Hamish is, usually after the incident, he's been quite loony, but he is now, if you could see a sanity meter, Hamish
Let's just say that we were playing in a system where there was a sanity meter of sorts.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Like 3 feet?
Yeah. So Hamish is a bit more twitchy and jumpy than usual. You can tell he's still kind of his usual self, but he's a bit more noited.
Yeah,
he looks at me and he says,
he kind of jumps whenever anyone enters the room, and it's not really so much of like a jump like, oh shit, oh it's just you. It's kind of like, oh shit, oh it's you, and then it just kind of like continues from there.
Yeah, I get that.
Right.
Oh.
And also, okay, so just a quick thing I want to be reminded about regarding Hayes' backstory. Was he a sailor?
Yes.
Or I guess Zaylor.
Zaylor.
I was been a sailor my whole life.
All right. So, I'm told you sailors are familiar with a sort of creature known as snuffers, right? I'm not sure if you've heard of them in your travels.
Well, we usually didn't give names to the big squishy things.
Well, see, this thing is similar to that, but quite different. It can shapeshift, take on the visage of any man, woman, whatever. It can assume the form
I've heard of those.
you, me, anyone. Yes, but it's worse. Whatever it is, its powers allow it to alter temperature, disappear, reappear at will, becoming completely intangible. You'll know it when you lay your hand on a person and feel only searing heat and see grubs when you pull back your hand, crawling all over you. So, I want you to be vigilant. If you see any of us behaving strange,
makes the skin crawl.
Any of us to approach slowly, turn around, lay your hand on our backs, and if you feel nothing, if your hand passes straight through and you only feel heat and grubs and stench, then you know without a doubt that something is wrong.
Alright. Goodbye, High Wilderness. No more fun allowed. We are going to the insane asylum, and therefore, nothing is nice. Nothing is cheery. Everything is crazy.
Can you guys hear the music?
There is no music because I turned it off.
Oh, okay,
I was just talking about how there was no more fun music time.
I see.
Pay attention, idiot. Okay. Disappears. True. Completely accurate. Where are my notes? Where are they? Okay. Bam. There we are. So, you head up to the sanitarium, which is somewhat isolated from the rest of New Winchester. It's sort of on the outskirts, similar to the university, but not really anywhere too terribly close. It's not the furthest thing in the world, so you could probably understand how Leader may be connected to it from there. It's, well, boring, in a word. It's very, very plain on the outside, just smooth, bare, gray walls soaring upwards with bars over all the windows. And from within, you can hear faint sounds of, insane people, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And, well, you do feel twangs of pity for them, but you also know that there is a chance that you may join them soon. As soon as you open the front door, a wash of disinfected floors and wailings of the mad assault your ears. You step into a marble set hall with a reception desk. And the receptionist smiles at you pleasantly and says, "Welcome to Roxbury," as a horrible growling scream climaxes in an ear-splitting crescendo. The gloomy yellow-white floors just kind of stare at you, it seems, almost. Crawl with, nothing. As you sit in front of the reception desk. It looks like there's a patient currently being wheeled into the asylum, and there's a number of seats that you could be sitting at and waiting at, but nobody, well, one or two people, I suppose, seem to be waiting there, and that's pretty much it.
Seems a proper epidemic we've got going on there.
The skies do tend to do that to folks.
All right, so just to go over some older evidence we had, was the name of the student and guy he would like that leader was involved with? Was it Mr. Hunter?
It was Jesse Pinkman, yes. No, yeah, it was Cecile.
Oh, Jesse. All right.
I'm sorry.
Do
I've been
you
watching too
happen
much
to be
Breaking Bad lately?
You can never watch too much Breaking.
Damn. This kicked like a mule with its balls
wrapped in duct tape.
No one pushes crystal in the valley but me, bitch. Okay. I'm gonna lean in. It's like, are you in possession of one Cecil Hunter?
The receptionist looks up at you from their glasses and looks down. Well, yes, he says as he pulls a file, as he looks down the, not pulls out a file, looks down a list. And you might be?
Captain Hamish. We are acting on behalf of... We are acting on behalf of one of his relatives who would like us to convey some correspondence and speak with him regarding his stay here.
Well... One of his relatives. Well, that's... Finally. I was wondering when one of them would come around. Supposedly his caretaker was going to share the news, but... Took him a long time to do so, certainly, didn't it? Well, you said you're Hamish?
Yes.
Is that a first name or a last name? Hamish Hunter,
Last
then?
name.
Oh.
Abraham Hamish.
A cousin,
yes,
perhaps?
Hamish. Abraham Hamish. Yes, cousin.
And the rest of you, would you happen... you wouldn't happen to be Mr. Hunter Senior, I suppose?
Me?
That's you?
Not me, bro.
No.
Oh, you said not me.
No, this my brother. I'm Hayes Hamish.
All right. So you're a family. And then what exactly did you say was your connection to him?
He is a friend from his college days, Byron.
Well, no, I mean your family. You said you were relatives.
Oh, we are
second cousins
of his.
Yes. Second cousins. Well, then I won't bother for identification. Can you roll fast talk? I suppose Hayes, since you're kind of the one.
Hayes is like the best,
at
fast talk out of all of us, right?
Probably. Okay. Well, I won't bother with any identification then, as I'm sure second cousins and all, it would take far too long to figure out any connection. But no worries, he says, and he sips some tea. It smells somewhat familiar to one of the teas that you had with Davenport. It was the one that gave you a rather psychedelic feel, shall we say.
Yeah.
Took the edge off, so to speak.
God is pleased.
Yes. That is what it did. Well, I'll just have one of the assistants take you to Hunter at once, then. Excuse me, Deidre, he says, and he calls over the woman who was wheeling in a patient earlier when you arrived. She walks over to you. She's, well, tired, shall we say. I'm trying to avoid the word and it's making it so that I just kind of pause to think a little bit longer. I hope that's okay. I think it's better than me saying all the time, but I don't know. She looks very, very tired, very, very sort of out of it. Damn it. She's got a nurse's or a caretaker's uniform on. It's blue color, which contrasts nice and uglily. That's not a word. Which is a very ugly contrast with the gloomy yellow-white corridors. And she just sort of, like, looks at you like, okay. And motions for you to follow.
All right, we
to come with her. Well, he didn't tell her where you're going yet. Yes, could you take them to Hunter, please? You know the one. Resident, well, forgotten man, shall we say. And she just kind of nods like, okay. And she will...
Our John Doe, so to speak.
Well, not a John Doe. They know who he is.
True, yeah, that's for, like, anonymous people.
Yes. And it's also for dead people. And Cecile is not dead. Yet. So you take... She takes you down a number of corridors, turning from this way to that way to this way to that way. And eventually you reach one of the many, many largely unidentifiable locked doors. The steel... a sort of steel that leads into, presumably, a padded room. You do glance through some of the holes in the steel ports, and, well, they seem to be one way. You can see people of various decayed mental states, whether they are simply lying down, sleeping, or completely clawing at the walls, or, well, anything. Some are straitjacketed. Many are, in fact. And, well, it's very much a perfect spitting image of the pretty garbanzo awful mental care of the 1900s. She pulls out a ring of keys and
already had their most presents.
Yep. Selects one at she takes one of the keys out and puts it into the door and turns it. And just kind of, without any ceremony, you feel as though maybe you should be getting briefed about what you're supposed to or supposed not to do. But, oh well. And she just kind of motions like, here you go.
Alright. I tentatively enter.
Okay. So inside, the walls are padded. The floors are padded as well. They're kind of this yellowish color, off-white. Once probably they were maybe fully white, but now they are stained with time and, well, probably a lot of things, given that there are crazy people housed here. There's not any blood or anything anywhere, but it's distinctly giving backrooms vibes with the yellow walls everywhere. Hunter is just sort of muttering in the back corner. He's straitjacketed. Let me find the picture because I am really struggling here. Two. Okay, I don't know why this is so difficult for me. NPCs, Hunter, ta-da, and is muttering and raving to himself.
Oh no! I mean, I probably expected this, but it's horrifying nonetheless. Oh no!
Oh.
I clear my throat.
Hunter. Cecil.
We see. But a dream is a dream.
We've come to speak with you, sir.
He seems to note your existence as he kind of turns from the wall and just sort of rolls over onto his back and just kind of like eyes you with a bit of a slack jaw.
We have several questions for you, sir. My name is Hamish, Abraham Hamish, and these are my roommates.
Hamish. Crew.
I suppose I'll start with a name. Are you familiar with one Professor Leiter?
Leader. The dead man. Oh, he saw them and they saw him. And off we go. Out are the lights. Out all. And over each quivering form, the curtain. A funeral pall comes down with the rush of a storm. And the angels all pallid and wan uprising, unveiling, affirm that the play is the tragedy. Man and its hero, the conqueror worm.
Bro, what?
Oh, yo, I know that poem. James told me that one. Oh, that's cool. But okay, I won't say anything.
No, I'm
but,
actually really
going.
shocked that you know that one. No, that's all he says, and then he just kind of like trembles for a moment. Leader. What do you know?
So,
What do you know
he peered
about
past a veil.
Leader?
You
He just
know
kind of
that he
blankly
was
stares at you
involved in-
as if expecting some kind of an answer to his question.
Yeah, so...
And if you
Hamish
didn't
will
hear his
answer.
question, then that's fine.
Okay.
He was talking like as
He
Hamish was
peered
talking.
past
You can hear me all right,
a
right?
veil.
Just to be clear.
Yeah, I can hear you. I did hear him say, what do you know about Leader?
Yeah. Okay.
But Hamish will respond.
I know that he peered past a veil. He beckoned fell powers. And now, because of him, these powers plague this city. We need your help to stop their vile interference before things get out of hand. So if you know anything about these rituals he participated in, then perhaps you could tell us something. Anything.
Ritual. What ritual? What ritual? He says, and he looks at your collective personas. You also, all of you can ask questions. You don't have to let Hamish ask all of them, by the way. You all are in the room, capable of questioning.
Well, I don't know anything about this, so stay out of it.
Alright, hold on.
There is a notes chat that you can probably check.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I'm going to...
Two. You're going to think. Alright, sure. You're going to start writing. I mean, one of you could just be on writing shit duty, if you want. That might be wise, while someone else does the questioning.
I could do that.
Okay, sweet. Then I guess Hamish, maybe finish writing that one out. I'm shocked that you know that line.
Yeah.
But that's also
I'm
pretty
a
cool.
whole head.
Look at that. Look at those deep cuts. Those deep cuts. Okay, so Hayes, you're gonna write down everything that is mentioned.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Alright, so do you mean to tell us that there was no ritual?
Just blinks at you like the answer to him. Well, he just kind of blinks at you.
Okay, very well. We know that Leiter took many trips away from New Winchester Do you know for what reason he undertook these trips? Was it for leisure or something else?
Well, we made good together.
Huh?
Made good? No.
Made good.
No.
All right, I know I'm not the smartest
Made
one,
evil.
but I don't think that doesn't make any sense.
You worked alongside
much
him,
evil.
you are saying.
Far too much. But it was still only one. One of hundreds.
One of hundreds.
Just one
What
weak
was it?
link. Just one flawed copy. One. He just kind of seems to existentially stare for a second.
He's gonna look at Hayes as he's writing all this down, and then he's gonna look and say to him,
When you were undertaking this business, you said you made evil together. Was it the entity that plagues us now, or was it something else? What do you know about this entity? It terrorizes New Winchester now. It is a mass of grubs and eyes that show things that should not be seen by any man. What do you know of its nature?
Trembling as you're saying this, like with fear, as you say that. Eyes and worms and grubs and dreams and horror and red. Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things, which escape those who dream only by night. Yes.
Sky, stars, light, tome.
And then Hamish decides that he is going to go crazy now. No.
well, Hamish is just like muttering to himself as well. It's like, tome.
Cecil just kind of trembles in his place, and his kind of curly hair sort of shivers. It's a bit unnerving. It reminds you distinctly of the worms that you have encountered so many times in the last week or so, as the locks tremble. But
what do you see in your dreams?
he just kind of looks at you, and there's some kind of connection in your head. Not like a telepathy thing, just he seems to... You're not sure.
Yeah. Well, Hamish is just going to continue. Can I say that he can recall vividly what he
Yes,
dreamed?
I think that would be a
the
very
night
vivid
before?
recollection, yes.
All right. So vivid, it's like he has it in his...
No. It's almost as if...
Do you see skies set ablaze with fiery crimson? Do you remember a collection of stars, or were they stars? Are they stars? Do you remember a tome reaching out to you from a nest
Crimson,
of
not
solar
in the sky,
tendrils?
but on the page, we're marching across So many I've already known, but these they were not crimson, but they were something red and black and... No, the black. The blue. The letters were blue. But only sometimes. In and out. At times changing and... incredible. He kind of stiffens. There is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness in the proportion. Yes. 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 But he just kind of seems to like reminisce for a second in place.
You just kind of are wondering what Hamish is rambling about. It's kind of like he has like he told you guys a lot about this investigation, but that's one thing he hasn't told you about. And it's kind of weird that he's just spouting this, but he kind of like scrunches his brow and kind of returns to like a more normal line of questioning. He's like, okay, are you familiar with Liter's work, what he was doing, the witch papers, manuscripts?
They thought they acted as though that were true. But no. A trick, a start, a move of the first pawns from half-empty black and bound red in fury and discord and ice. Never a witch. Never. The mere hearsay.
Do you know where these papers are now? We searched his home. They were gone. The witch
trial. Do you have them? Do you have them? He says, and he kind of stumbles forwards towards you, and then trips on one of the padded bumps on the floor.
We don't have them,
and falls down.
But we have been searching for them. Do you know the last place they were?
Where are they?
They're gone. We searched his home, every nook, every cranny. It was following us as we did. It seemed bound to that place for a while at least, until it broke free, and it has been meddling with us the entire time.
Once
we were
was at my home. No longer stolen.
Your home? Where is your home?
Where are the papers?
We don't know. That's why we are asking you.
Where are they?
Oh, excuse me.
Okay. I don't think your sneeze even picked up. We just kind of heard it.
Huh.
We simply do not know.
Who then does? Who could know? Fucking you're getting more and more unnerved by the man by the second. It's getting a little claustrophobic in here, so to speak. Everything is kind of dark. There is light, but
if you were the one who was most closely involved with him, then was there anyone else he knew? We were aware that he spoke with a woman, but aside and the mob as well. But was there anyone else with you when you were
Which one?
Going around?
Which one?
Making...
Which one?
You called it evil together.
Which one?
Did you have any other accomplices?
Which one? Which? Oh, has this just not been picking up my voice? Can you hear me? Oh, fantastic. Sweet. I love that. Love that for me. Okay, let's try this again.
Is it... Did my mic pick up?
Let's try this again. Okay. No, my mic wasn't picking up. I don't know why. It was switched to the right device.
Oh, okay.
And I was like...
I thought it was just silence
I thought you were just
tension.
No, I thought you were just ignoring him. Which one?
Oh, okay.
Which one?
So what is he asking in reference to?
You have no fucking clue.
Okay.
Go through your statement and see what he could be referring to.
It could be the witch trial papers. Alright. Are you referring to... Look. We don't know who else could know where these papers are, but... Did any other accomplices assist you when you went around with him creating this evil, as you said?
No, not involved. But there were accomplices, yes. Many. Sold.
Many.
Bought. Helped. Accounted. One accounted. Courting disaster.
Courting. Write that down. Courting disaster. Accounted. Courting disaster. Yes.
But no.
Court.
She didn't know.
No.
She did though. No, but she did not. She lacked the critical.
Yeah.
She believed.
Sorry.
Yet she knew far more than us.
Can you write this down? I have to do something.
No.
Sorry.
Oh dear. Far more. And here we are. Do you want to wait for Hamish to come back? Or do your characters want to ask stuff? Oh, in the meantime, can I have both your characters roll spot hidden?
Okay.
Yeah.
Richard Byron. Wait. What? Oh wait. That's
Okay, sorry. I am back. Turns out I'm not doing anything. But yeah. So where did we leave off?
Oh, extreme success.
Nice. I don't know. Where did you leave off?
Courting disaster. Not her, or was it her? That's what I last remember hearing.
1 second.
Did we get a handout?
No, I'm just thinking.
No.
She knew, but she did not. She still never really knew. More of the letters, but only for confidence. No. Why?
So, you're saying her involvement was distant at best?
Just kind of looks up at you. Who?
Never mind. Look. You were also wondering
Hey, Byron,
what
sent
exactly
stuff
was
in the
his...
DMs, by the way.
What was the professor's undoing. Do you know how he passed?
Guys?
Past.
Yes. I think there might be the shadows look kind of funky.
What?
Yeah, no, look.
Yeah, the shadows are growing very, very... They're starting to almost collect.
Oh.
Fuck!
Guys?
I need to know more. I need to know more. Okay. Well, Hamish doesn't say that, but he's like... Shadows. What is... These shadows? What is going on? Hamish begins to back away. Letters?
But only some. But they knew of both. They knew far more. Both. Too much.
Courting disaster?
Courting disaster. Saw that which was found. Oh, treachery. And told the dead man of its worth. Yet but only the one facet of it. Poor soul. Not mine. Yet we are soon to follow. But no soul. Far, far greater than all of us. All we ever could be. And even have managed to overcome it, though. Despite all of its magnificence. Such diminishment. And here we are. He says, and he has his hands over his face. He's kind of, just sort of, like, peering through his fingers as his eyes just kind of go into this sort of frenzied state, realizations of all kinds. Mm-hmm. Soon to follow. A trade, perhaps? But how could
and
such
also
mortal,
just
such undistinguished be worth so much? So much. So many souls. And we'll never reach them. But we all saw ourselves on our way.
Before we run, because the shadows are getting closer.
Oh yes.
I don't know if this might work, but can I roll like an occult check just so I can like through his ramblings, could I parse something in part? I mean, we're probably gonna like try to parse it together later, but can I see if my occult check allows me to parse something from what he was saying?
Have you asked all you wanted to ask?
Well, yeah, actually, you know what? I mean, I'm afraid of the shadows, but we have to make sure we're like fully.
They have
asking
begun
all
to develop swirls, shall we say? Uncharacteristically unshadow-like writhings.
Soon to follow a trade, perhaps. How could such mortal, such undistinguished, be worth so much? So many souls, you will never reach them. We all sell our souls in one way, and that could be literal because okay. You know what? We'll figure this out later. But all right, guys, we need to. If you guys have any last questions for this guy, I'm getting the impression that we probably won't be able to talk to him again. Okay, so just if you have anything left, just ask it now. I can't think of anything else. Yeah.
I am going to reach out and touch him.
He kind of jumps back for a second and just kind of like stares at you. Real.
But I could feel him though?
Yes.
Okay.
Think everything you see
He's not a grub.
What have we done?
What just started?
Not all the way out. But soon, can't you hear it? Smashing at the walls, screaming in the wind. It will be free.
Oh, you're right.
Mic cut out for a second there. It will be free, and then... Oh, God. It wasn't my fault.
Why?
The broken geometry. That's why. The flawed copy. Lines. Cut out there.
Are you talking?
Where? What point did I cut out at?
You started like getting really loud, and it's like after the flawed geometry work.
Flawed copy. In the letters. The crimson letters and the not letters. The ones that weren't. They knew. They brought it to me and they knew. They suggested it.
Who is they? Who is they?
Who else could it be? You imbecile, don't you see it? I made it wrong, he says, and he falls onto the ground completely now, and just kind of rolls around the floor as the shadows continue to congeal, and they sort of cling to him. I made it wrong because we were both wrong. We were both tricked. They knew. They did know. They pretended and they did know. They did. And we both fell victim for it. Oh, what have we done? We've released it.
Okay, so
what was
they
only
weren't going
half
out of
bound
their way to
in
release
black,
but they were tricked.
and yet bound by the two, the red and crimson. Bound from crimson. It's free now. Where else would it be? And he just has this like terrible look in his eyes, and you hear a distinct sizzling sound coming from them. It's like he just kind of stares past you.
I look behind me.
Well, I mean the nurse is here, but that's it. You're so absorbed in the investigation, you didn't even hear the door open.
Wait. No, wait.
As soon as Hamish turns around, he's like, no, wait. The nurse's form warps into this grotesque bear-like thing, this like conglomerate of worms and writhing mass and spectral. Well, you don't even know what it is, really. And well, let's see, Hamish, what's your dexterity? Oh, Hamish, you're very slow. You're a slow man. And Hayes, your dexterity is 80. Okay, so that's much better.
Alright, rolled a funny number.
Byron, yours is 60. Alright, so all three of you, Hamish turns around, and you watch the nurse warp in front of your eyes. I need Byron. Wait, has Byron? Yes, he's only lost 3 sanity. I need Byron and Hayes to both roll their sanity.
Okay. Oh no.
Hamish, you don't have to roll anything. Don't worry. Jesus, Byron. All right, Byron, you lose 1 sanity.
Okay.
Literally unflappable. And Hayes, you lose 3 sanity.
Is that some kind of weird parasite?
What's up?
Is that some kind of weird parasite?
Oh, true.
Or
Yeah,
that's
the kind that
fine.
makes people just completely disappear and turn into worms. It happens all the time. But Hayes, your
Well, that's
first
crazy,
act.
bro.
Oh, you're asking what I'm gonna do?
Yes, I am asking what you would like to do now that there is an actual Eldritch Horror right in the same room with you.
I am.
Make it bigger.
That is scary. What weapons do I have? I have a knife, right?
Yes, you have a knife. I think Hayes always has at least like 4 or something, probably. It seems like a
Yeah.
distinctly Hayes thing to have.
Yep. I am going to shit.
Okay, so you're gonna charge at the spectral mass and swing your knife at it. So go ahead and roll your knife skill. Okay,
Wow.
and it's...
As he does that, I'm gonna yell, "Wait! Hayes, it doesn't..."
Ooh, shit. Okay, and you thrust your knife into it, and as you do so, the creature just kind of swipes its arm at you, which doesn't seem to have the intended effect from the creature's perspective, although you're not sure what it was exactly, but it burns your skin, and immediately the skin on your arm just starts bubbling and popping with blisters, and melting even. Can you roll your... Where is Hayes? Oh, get bigger. Hayes, can you roll your Constitution?
Great. Ooh.
Okay, so we'll do some
first
first
one.
roll. Okay, and luckily the burns seem to be superfluous. Let's see. And Byron, what would you like to do?
Alright, dudes, we gotta get out of here. So wait, is the dude with info, is he still alive?
He's still alive, yes.
Can I sling him over
He's
my shoulder?
like staring
and try and book
at
it?
the creature, and as you sling him over your shoulder, he never breaks sight with it. And you can hear this really nasty sizzling sound coming from his face, and you can only imagine what that is. So you grab him and you sling him over your shoulder. Can you roll a strength check?
Strength?
Yeah,
Alright.
it should be pretty hard for you to... Okay, yeah, hard for you to fail. Wow, you're actually only 1 off from an extreme success, too. But that's... I mean, it's not like... Well, it would have made a minor difference. So you sling him over your shoulder, and the creature is standing right in front of your exitway.
Okay, let's see.
Which is just fantastic, really. And given that it is an
Are there
insane
any
asylum,
other exits?
Nope, not at all.
Let's see.
I do not like to make rooms with no exits, but this is, well, kind of the place.
Is there anything that I can like grab and then try and like slam it out of the way?
Well, Hayes' knife just passed right through it. So...
Oh. Is there enough space to try and maybe dodge past it?
Yeah, there might be. If you're running, it'll be difficult, because the creature is not standing still, but you could roll your size. You'll have to have a hard size check because you're carrying Hunter as well. And you need to fail the check. But it is possible.
I'll try that.
Okay. And worst case scenario, you just suffer some... Oh, okay, not what you want.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you want the opposite of that. You want a hard failure. You want to roll, I guess, what, 40? Or 80 is your goal here? Okay, so you try to rush past the creature, but as you attempt to do so, its arm it begins to grow oddly large, and you pass through its arm, covering you in boils and burns, and also searing Cecile's legs as he begins just screaming uncontrollably. He never looks away from the creature as this is all happening. And can you roll your Constitution as well, then?
Yes, sir. Oh, no.
Wow.
Okay. And you suffer 4 damage. Wow. Okay, 4 damage as the burns cover the entire half of your body. It's very uncanny. Your clothes just kind of melt. Like, they don't light on fire or anything, as you would imagine they should. They just kind of melt, and your skin starts to melt with it. And you like kind of shove and rip the melting cloth off of your body to keep it from burning you further. And nonetheless, you stumble into the hallway as everyone in the hallway is just kind of like looking at you. There's the nurse that helped out you. She's on her way back right now, and you can see a few more patients, or not a few more patients, another patient, I guess realistically there shouldn't be many people here, is being wheeled down in a wheelchair, and then there are a pair of doctors conversing outside of another patient's room, and they all just kind of stare at you like, what the fuck are you doing? Excuse me? What in heaven's name do you think you're doing with that man?
No time to explain, bro. You gotta run.
Excuse me, they say as you just start barreling down the hallway, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And oddly, actually not oddly, I suppose, no, the opposite happens. Hunter, the sizzling stops, and you see him, you hear him just kind of like muttering under his breath, it's here, tearing, coming closer. And Hamish, it's your turn as the monster, the thing, kind of writhes, and you aren't sure what it's doing. It kind of the massive worms turn and turmoil, and half of its face kind of slides to the side. Towards the door. The shifting, hulking mass turns into this kind of glowing, shimmering reddish black. The color of boiling blood and dying cinders, and a distinctly a similar color to the crimson sky.
Right. Are my eyes locked on it like before?
No, they're not. Not yet.
Okay. I'm going to try to charge past it like Byron did. I'm going to try to fail my size check.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your size.
Good. That's great.
And
I don't pass through.
You charge at it.
I do, but...
Well, you do pass through one way or another. Yeah. And rush past, and you manage to leap past the creature, just barely sort of getting past, but as you do, the kind of half of its face, you can't, you have to look at it to avoid it, but the half of its face that was sliding to the side, the other half of its face now, that was once facing forwards, just suddenly manifests in the middle of it and stares directly at you. And now I need you to make a power check again. And it's gonna need to be a pretty, well, shall we say, extreme level of success.
It was not an extreme one. I will tell you that.
As your eyes become locked on it, it's kind of like, it's almost like something changes in the order of things. It's like, oh, Hamish is running past me. Ah, how silly. Hamish is now looking at me. As the face just kind of like manifests and is now staring at you. And, well, with no time at all, the same, well, I say familiar, a sense of terror overwhelms you, and you scramble backwards past the thing, now completely ignoring the burns on your body, though they are very minor, as the pain can compare nothing, it can't compare at all to the fear that runs through you, and I need you to roll sanity.
All right. Failure.
Fantastic. You lose 1d10. I don't know if Hamish is going to make it through this one. You lose 5. And
he's just gonna keep
I think that's the funny
muttering under his breath.
Was it you? Was it you? Did you trick him? You tricked him. You fooled him. But was it you?
Somehow something in your head says no. You don't know how or why. There's just kind of a like no. Like no, that's not it. Like no way.
Wasn't.
You don't know how.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down real quick.
Yes, and I need you to roll intelligence. Trying to make sure that. Oh no! This is so sad! This is so sad!
Uh-oh.
This is really epic, you guys. I'm gonna know so much about this cool little creature.
And Hamish, can you roll a d10 to see how long this thing will last? And then double it.
Oh, D10 and then double the result?
Yes.
14.
Okay. And you pull out a shotgun and start shooting it. No. And everyone around you takes on the countenance of the creature. As you realize that it has managed to close in all around you. There is nothing you can do.
Okay.
You might as well give
my
it
turn?
Yes, we'll play that how you'd like. If you'd like to add in something to say, you may.
Can Hamish try to bring his hands to his face to cover and try to start, like, just running in a random direction? Or if he can't cover his face, he's just gonna try to start running, like, randomly.
Your
like
eyes
he
are
just
like
wants to leave.
fixed on this thing still, but you're gonna kind of just start running backwards. And who is next? Hayes.
Okay, so I'm looking around at everything that gets up and I'm just going shit, and I am going to so I am the only one left. I'm cornered in this cell with this horrible monster. I briefly glance over to the empty side of the outside hall. But then
Can't really see much from your vantage point.
Yeah, but then I look back and decide.
Okay.
Not again. And I'm going to try to run past the monster in the direction that Hamish ran off in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Although Aiden might.
My mic cut out. It's my fault. Roll your size.
Roll my size. Okay, well I'm pretty small, so. Ooh, nice. Oh wait, that's bad, isn't it?
I love the realization. Ooh, nice. Oh wait.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna get fucking incinerated.
This is really funny.
Oh my god.
This is, like, really, totally funny.
Sometimes things just go so badly you can't help but laugh. And then sometimes you're the DM, and of course you want to laugh. Because everything is going perfectly, as far as you're concerned. And this is what happens. You kind of just... the creature is now grown to a size where it's blocks the door, and I know that, we're just run with me here. The creature grows to a size such that it blocks the door, and you're just like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna try to get past, and I guess there's just nothing I can do. And you rush through it, and as you rush into and past it, the creature just kind of, it doesn't turn, it just kind of flips. It just kind of alters its orientation, so to speak, such that its face is now pointing towards you, although it is now currently looking at you from what was sort of its shoulder at when it first manifested, but now it's evidently its face. You're not sure how that works, and as you kind of come out past the other side, hands covered in blisters, the thing swipes at you. And I want to know what are you going to do as it just kind of swipes its paw thing, claws, worms towards you.
So is this a separate, is this the consequence of me?
Yes, this is a consequence of your actions.
Alright,
I want to know what Hayes' reaction is to that. Is he going to...
My reaction to the consequences of my actions.
like, try to dodge away from it? Is he gonna, like, I don't know, swing his knife at it blindly? I don't know. What's Hayes' reaction?
Yeah, he's gonna try to dodge. He's probably gonna end up just, like, falling backwards on his ass.
You're gonna... Okay, okay, so roll your dodge, then.
Alright. Which is... There we go. Oh, great.
Oh, dear.
And I want you to roll 1d4 and then 2 d10s.
Okay.
You got that? Or...
Oh, yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, sure. I can roll them for you if you want. I just think it's more fun.
Nah, I got it. That's a 2 on the d4.
Okay.
And... a 4 on the first d10.
Mm-hmm.
And a 1 on the second d10.
Alright, you take 2 damage, and you lose 4 constitution and 2 strength, then.
Oh. Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
And the rest of you
That's
watch
like...
as the thing swipes at him, and it kind of like passes through the doorframe almost with its hand, like its hand just kind of passes through, and then at the very end you see the doorframe kind of like suddenly melt in a very abrupt fashion, and it slices into Hayes' shoulder, bursting blood for just a split second before the wound almost instantly cauterizes from the heat. And you feel this vitality just kind of leave you in an instant, Hayes, as you drop to one knee for a second and then pick yourself up and sprint towards Hamish. Hamish, did you run up or down the hallway? Does Hamish know where he's oriented? Actually, roll navigate.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, navigate. Where's that under?
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like...
It's somewhere.
So weird.
I'm
Okay,
pretty sure Hamish is good at it, to be honest. Oh, never mind, maybe not. You want to push or luck the roll, because this is going to determine which way you're running.
I'll push it. I'm out of luck.
Okay, you don't have to, but I will say you may encounter one of the beasts. If you, there is a distinct chance that you run into something very unpleasant, shall we say.
Then I'll push it.
Okay.
That
You run into
work.
something very unpleasant. You sprint forwards, and as you're doing so, another beast sprints.
Another
beast catches up to you, and in an instant, it overcomes you. It passes you, and it slices at you on its way out. It makes a swipe, which you just barely manage to dodge, and you've got to do something. It's standing right in your way.
I'm just gonna keep running.
Okay,
and
this
I
one's
run away
distinctly
from
bigger
it.
than the others. Yeah, you can try to scramble back. It is your
Alright.
choice, as they are everywhere, and this is a very small corridor. Or you could try your chances.
Hamish knows what it means to try and fight one of these things. He's encountered them enough, so he's just given up on trying to fight them. He's just gonna keep running.
You're just like, fuck it, okay. And you just kind of like rush past it, and it knocks into you as you do so. Can you roll Hamish's dodge?
Okay. Let me pull up my. Oh jeez, where the fuck is it? Okay, I found it. I fail.
Okay, and you're struck upon the head by the beast's claws, I suppose, by what Hamish perceives as the beast's claws. Byron, you're running down, and then Hamish just like you run past Hamish, and then he just kind of like drops to the ground in terror, and you run past, and you're like, hey, what the hell? And then he just picks himself up and runs past you, sprints past you, surges past you, and Cecile's legs over your head as he's kind of kicking and flailing, smack into Hamish, and Hamish, you take 2 damage.
The system is honestly like funny sometimes.
It is.
Like compared to like hyper competent 5e characters, like Hamish went insane and perceived one of his own party members as a bear creature and ran into it. Okay, he just skipped over.
I mean, it's basically like Byron, like you stop for a second and you're like, what the fuck, Hamish? And as you stop and turn around, you swing Cecil, and Cecil's legs clock Hamish across the head as he just decides that instead of waiting for you to turn, he is going to try to run past you. But whatever. Let's see. So, Byron, what do you want to do? Byron. Keep running.
I'm gonna be like, Hamish, bro, snap out of it. Come on, we gotta get out of here. I just run away.
Where is? Away from me! Did they set you loose? What is their fault?
All you see, Hamish, is the creature just kind of opening its mouth and these blood-red crimson sigils forming in the air. You don't know what any of them mean, and they don't really look right.
What? What are you showing me? Stop!
It looks very similar to when the ornithologist incanted, shall we say. And let's see.
Hymns of Abaddon's book. Seal them from my eyes.
And Byron, you hear Hunter whisper,
What do I hear him whisper?
he says, it's
Hello?
coming, it's coming. It sees me. It sees me. No. And you hear the sizzling noise once again, and Hunter starts to scream, just this blood-curdling scream of terror.
Yo, dude, we have a living worm detector, bro. I just realized.
Do you?
I was assuming that the eyes would burn each time the worm is near, but I could be wrong. Could be.
Well, Hamish, do you remember your eyes burning?
True.
Well, aren't his eyes burning like all the time though?
Hayes, what do you want to do? The creature has now, as you've like stumbled past and continued running after Hamish, it is now advancing towards your group as the people in the hall are like, "What the fuck is going on?" And you're all like, you're all just sprinting past, and Byron, you're about to reach those two doctors who are like, whoa, like holding up their hands, like, whoa, hold the fuck up! What the hell are you doing with a patient? And the creature is continuing to move forwards, but it doesn't seem to care about you particularly, Hayes.
Is Hamish headed the right direction at a decent speed?
Yes. Aside from getting clocked upside the head, he seems to be going at a decent speed, yes.
Alright, well then I'm just gonna book it.
Okay. You're just like,
Get as far away from this thing as I can.
So you're gonna go backwards then?
I thought I was in between it and the other guys.
Yes. If you wanted to, realistically speaking, if you wanted to get as far away from it as possible, you could just pass right by it in the hallway, because it is big enough, and just start running further into the sanitarium.
Oh no, I'm gonna run with the other two, the other three towards the exit.
Okay. So you're just gonna keep running with them. Okay. So you're going to continue sprinting, and can I have you all roll Constitution at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Fail.
Oh boy.
Hard success.
Let's go.
nice.
Byron, your move is going to be increased by 1.
Huge.
Hayes, what's your move? And Hamish, what's your move? It should be under combat.
I will check. My move
8.
is 7.
Okay, so Hamish, you're at 6. Hayes, 8.
Should I change it to 6 right now?
No, don't.
Okay.
And Byron, what's yours?
Move 8.
Okay, so you're at
So 9, I guess.
9. And then... Does it even count? It literally... Okay. So fucking goofy. Alright, so... Let's see, we've transitioned to a full-on chase. So, Byron, where would you like to, continue running down the halls?
Yes.
Okay. And are you going to do anything with Cecil?
Does he seem like does he pose any sort of danger to me?
Any danger to you? Not really. He's kind of noodle arms and he's straitjacketed, so as far as it goes, you're pretty safe. Like, he's kicking and flailing, but there's not really much for him to kick or flail. It's kind of him doing the worm over and over. That's kind of an apt reference, actually, now that I think about it, but just kind of him doing that over and over. But the fireman's carrying him, so...
Yeah, okay, cool.
It's more like uncomfortable than anything else.
It's fine then. I keep on carrying him.
Okay, so the doctors in front of you hold out their hands, and they're going to try to prevent you from moving. Oh, what's going on? Why are you taking him out? What is happening?
There is a giant worm thingy chasing after us. You see these burns? You need to go now. Come on, dudes. Run.
Roll, I guess, charm.
Okay.
Or fast talk. I mean, he is fast talking. But
Yeah, but in this case, he's kind of just trying to get
charm.
them. He's trying to just kind of charm them. Plus, it's more
Hard
of a Byron
success.
thing. They just kind of take you at your word, and they're like, "Dear God, what in the heaven's name is that?" And they're just gonna take off running. Yes, please take the patient. Take him out of danger. Oh dear Lord, we need to get security in here. Where are they? They say as they clutch their
Don't
white
bother
lab
with
coats.
security, dudes. I don't think we can hurt it.
Come on, follow us. They say, and they beckon for you to come down the corner. We're leaving as soon as possible.
Alright, poggers.
So you now have guides, which is rather convenient. So you start down the corner, and I need to find something. Okay. And I need to check something else. And you hear Cecil's screams kind of reach a pitch as the sizzling kind of stops, and you now start to smell a acrid smell.
Does he seem alive?
You kind of look. He's still flailing, but the flailing is growing weaker. You. Let's see. Hamish, it's yours. As you decide what you want to do.
Okay. So, do I just see one of the horrific worm creatures that spouted glyphs at me just squirm away?
Pretty much. It just kind of it seems to taunt you almost as it moves past, and you see from it as it continues forwards, the worm glyphs kind of tremble in the midair, kind of in this wobbling thing that something doesn't seem right about them. They're kind of almost fracturing and breaking. I say fracturing. It's more so of being unstable and breaking. And as they do so, you see the glyphs kind of morph for a second, and they lock into this position for a split second. And as soon as they do, they become this blue color, and it's not a color you've ever seen before somehow. Well, no, you've seen this color somehow. That's not how color works, but it's a color that well, you don't know how to explain it. It's just not a color.
There's a familiarity there, right?
Not really. It's like this color exists.
Would you say that it's,
but it's not a color?
A color out of space?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm aware. It is not a color out of space. But as soon as it does so, you see all the monsters become at once stricken with frost and ice. And then you see the sigils kind of burn once more, a fiery crimson, return to their previous states, and the rest of you see the creatures writhe and seethe, and Cecil's screaming suddenly comes to an abrupt stop, and as soon as it does, the creature just disappears.
Oh.
But does Hamish still see, like, the glyphs?
No, the creatures all just kind of shatter at once. And you see them just kind of, like, claw at the world for a second, and then they become almost... They kind of implode and collapse into themselves. For the rest of you, it turns into these wisps of reddish black worms, and then they too disappear. The doctors are like, whoa, still sprinting down because they cannot see that this is ended, and the rest of you. So Hamish, it looks like there's no one there anymore. I'm asking you, what are the rest of you doing?
Hamish is just on the ground, hyperventilating, barely able to move.
Byron?
Yeah.
Is that guy on your shoulder? Is he a corpse? What?
Can I check?
His eyes have been completely seared. They have this acrid, foul fucking smoke that is tickling your nostrils.
Is he alive though?
Not a damn chance.
Okay. Damn, that's a shame. I gently put him down and shake my head.
Check his coat. Check his straight jacket. See if he has
You
anything.
can't see anything. You don't even know they're here, Hamish.
Oh, okay.
It looks like there's nobody in the sanitarium.
Where?
Hey, Hamish.
Can I hear anyone?
No.
Hamish. I start.
Hamish is just gonna stand up and wander around. Like he
Hamish.
looks completely lost.
I'm gonna grab him by the shoulder.
Okay. Hamish, you hit something. You trip and stumble for a second, and fall onto your butt. That is what all of you see as well. And Hamish, you look down, and there's kind of this one of those frost glyphs fading and disappearing on the ground.
I'm gonna stare
You
at
must have
it. Can
tripped
I
on
roll?
it.
Can I roll occult to determine what the glyph is, perhaps?
More so what the glyph isn't, but yes.
Oh, that's just. Oh.
You don't know. It doesn't feel real. Like, Hamish doesn't know that he's gone totally loopy, but the glyphs aren't real. Like, there's no way. Like, they just aren't. The color's not right. The glyphs aren't right. It's just not. There's no other way to explain it. It isn't. And it wasn't. Was it ever even there?
Poopy.
Yeah. Hamish, what are you looking at? Hey, can you see me?
Where
Do you have me?
go? They're all
Hey,
gone.
I'm gonna hit him in the face. What's that? You doing okay?
Do I feel the slap?
More sigils just kind of appear for a second and disappear again. You do feel it.
What was that? It's there.
It's not good. Oh, I should be back in the library. Byron, something's really wrong with Hamish.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
You think we could help him some way?
I don't know.
Just learn
Did
about
you-
sanity. That shit sucks for you.
Did you see what happened to Kane?
I
Anything
become
like this?
insane with long intervals of horrible sanity. The quote kind of jumps at you, Hamish.
Oh, this is really not good.
Hamish, something kind of like tickles in your head. Something. This is the fourth principle. This. Well, it isn't the fourth principle. It's
Fourth
not.
principle.
Well, it isn't.
What?
This isn't the fourth principle.
God.
It isn't.
All right.
The fourth law
That's
of
not-
robotics was.
The trying to comprehend unknown horrors beyond my comprehension.
Okay. So
Me looking at the horrific grub creature.
It's gone now. Don't worry. Can no
So,
longer harm
Byron,
you.
we know that they can be killed at least. That's good.
Was it killed?
Oh.
There is still a mark on the door where this like searing molten mark where it looks like a claw struck through and struck you. And unlike everything else the horror has done, that claw mark is definitively real. And Hamish, you can still see it.
Okay.
Where the
Well,
horror not only burned what it passed through.
let's get Hamish back to the ship. It's not gonna work out. We can't leave him here. They'll just lock him up or something. And let's go get these burns taken care of. Yeah.
Where?
Hamish, it isn't time to return to the ship.
Where is we
So don't go.
left?
I'm gonna go to Hunter's cell to see if he's there.
No, Hamish, you don't feel a compulsion to return to the ship. It isn't time.
Oh. Yeah.
Hamish, hey, Hamish, where are you walking off to? Huh?
And he's just gonna keep wandering around the asylum, but he's just gonna like sit and
No,
he'll look
Hamish,
at.
now
He'll just
hasn't.
have that designation.
Now
What?
is not the time to be here. It isn't time to return to the ship.
I shouldn't go back, but the ship, I can't return to the ship.
Well, no, it isn't time. It isn't time to go back.
It isn't time to go.
Okay,
back.
Byron. Can you
And now is
now
not the time to be here, Hamish. So you're gonna ask Byron to pick up the corpse.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay. What now?
That's a great
What are we
call.
doing, dudes?
Like I said, we've got to get him back to the ship. We've got Odge is still up and walking and talking at least, but we'll put Amish with Keen and hope they get better.
Alright, dude. Alright, bro. Let's do it.
Oh, I should be back.
Hamish, it's the second principle. It isn't time to go. So what are the rest of you doing?
So, well, I am going to kind of grab or like throw my arm over Hamish's shoulder and kind of get him to walk with me back to the ship.
Okay. So you put your arm over Hamish, and Hamish, it isn't time to return to the ship. So you go.
So I go.
Don't you?
Oh, I suppose I do. I go.
You mean you suppose you don't? It's the second principle. So
Yes.
Hayes, you take Hamish, and he just kind of like follows along with you. And as soon as you step across the door from the asylum, or maybe not as soon as, but a few seconds after you step across the door to the asylum, Hamish, everything suddenly just comes back. Like, everyone is there now. And you're currently being led out of the asylum by Hayes, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Where the fuck am I? What's going on?
I mean, you're still in the same place, so.
Hey, Hamish, you back?
What happened?
Get on me.
You weren't there just a second ago. I was in a place where it wasn't the time, and it was never not, but it always wasn't.
Well, you were still in the asylum.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened to Hunter? What happened to Hunter?
Fallen
Yeah,
London
remember the
fans
monster?
literally shitting their pants right now.
The monster. Hamish.
Fuck. Yes.
Yes, yeah. It blew up or something. It disappeared. And
It does.
crazy
Yes.
guy, he's dead. Very dead. Head totally burnt out.
Can you check his purse and see if there's anything in his straitjacket? Does he have any belongings, or did the asylum take them all? We need to be sure.
Byron, you still carrying that guy?
You can safely assume that nobody is currently going to mind it, given the state of chaos, but they're probably not. Eventually, someone is probably going to make a fuss about you carrying away a corpse. Just saying. Byron, you there?
Yes, I am. Sorry, what?
You still got the guy on your shoulder?
Yeah, I got him right here.
Alright, we gotta check his pockets.
Alright.
Set him down, I guess.
Do what y'all need to do, I guess. Damn.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I won't
I'm
make you
gonna
roll for this
take
one
out,
because you can turn out all
Yeah.
of it. It's a straight jacket. There's nothing. But his eyes look like they're totally cooked.
Can I check in there to see if there are any symbols or anything?
In his jacket? No.
In his eyes.
In his eyes? Still nothing. There aren't symbols.
Alright.
They like the professor's body.
What'd you say?
Like, is his corpse this similar as the professor's body?
Pretty much, yeah.
So, was it him dying that made the monsters disappear, or did they disappear and he happens to die at the same time?
I don't know, dude.
Did it die?
Well, said a whole lot. I wrote it down, and maybe we can get something out of it. I don't know. It just seems like gibberish to me.
Well. What's the plan then?
Anyone? Okay, sorry.
Now you have to do this.
Hold on. Yeah, give me a minute.
Sure. So where you all want to reconvene somewhere?
Well,
Say your characters go somewhere to parse this.
Yeah.
we should probably go back to the ship.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. I just have to. My dad's just letting me know we have to go around like 6:30.
Okay, we'll be done probably way before then. This is probably going to be a short but eventful one.
Indeed.
As you go
but
back
yeah,
to regard the conspiracy board, potentially decide your next steps.
Yes. Yes. Let us do so.
Okay, so where are you headed to reconvene then? Someone pick a spot. The ship?
We could go. Yeah, you guys wanted to go to the ship. I'm willing to oblige.
Yeah, let's go back to the ship. I haven't checked the bomb key. It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you head back to the ship with your conspiracy corkboard, and it's strangely comforting compared to all this. Even though things were wild in Hybris, somehow they felt more tangible than what you're currently dealing with, and in a way more comfortable as a result.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Journeying
is
in the
the-
ship
It was at least it was more straightforward in Hybris. It was just fungus zombies.
Yeah.
This is something truly beyond us.
Really not good. So you guys said those monsters. Please tell me that was the only one.
Well, we've only seen one of it, but I wouldn't put it past it to be able to duplicate itself, do anything. The more I think about it, the more it makes me quake. But I can't stop. We need to understand what it is. Look, when in my stupor, I saw that some glyph appeared that caused it to freeze in place and shatter before me. I don't know if it means anything, if they're just visions brought on by my feverish sight or something else. I don't know.
Well, you didn't know. You did not know.
No.
Secretary, the crazy guy, he mentioned the secretary, right? She was involved, even she didn't know it. We should go
Yes.
ask her. We should go talk to her.
He might have been referring to courts. I'm not sure for certain, but it's a start. But Yes, we should probably speak with Quartz more. She might know more about this than we realize.
Yeah, she seems like our most solid lead.
Might I
Yes.
make a suggestion that you attempt to parse
Yes.
the information from all of your questions before you decide to make any moves?
Yeah,
I'm not
I was
saying
going
that
to
you're
roll
wrong.
a cult.
I would just say
Oh, yeah.
make sure you go through everything
Yeah.
before you take your next steps, and consider the
Right.
previous evidence as well.
Question.
Yeah, so,
I'm
He said
envisioning
what
you're like
ritual,
all
actually?
sitting in like the captain's cabin, like right next to the window in the sort of like cramped-ish area, semi-cramped, not too terribly cramped because it is a captain's cabin. Like over this board, and everyone just kind of has like hands in their hair.
Yeah.
so the professor
you
and
know.
the crazy guy and the student, well, he said that they were deceived by someone, right?
Yes,
That
it wasn't the creature.
yeah,
I know that for sure.
some kind of group that caused the ritual to go sour.
I can only assume that's the case. They said that he could sense that it would be free soon. So I was correct in my earlier assumption. It was trying to manifest this being, and it's getting closer and closer. At the tavern, it grew to a size beyond what we had seen previously. And at the sanatorium, it left a claw mark that was tangible. That meant it was becoming more physical. It, bit by bit, day by day, it grows stronger and stronger. Its hold on this plane, it becomes more physical. And Hunter, he sensed this.
Yeah, and there's a manuscript, yeah, like a book or something. It's
Yes,
responsible for all this. It's what they created.
could have been the papers, but we know that Leader was an accomplished forger, but, well, either he tried to use the forgery of the witch trial papers or some other book of rituals to perhaps bind this creature's power, but he used the wrong one because I heard what he said. The broken geometry, the blood, the flawed copy. He used the wrong copy. Whatever this copy was, it made everything go sour. And
He kept
according to Hunter, he said they were duped. Someone brought it to him, tricked him.
he kept talking about crimson letters. Something maybe the wrong ink.
Wrong ink. Or perhaps the runes were drawn incorrectly.
Probably both, given the flawed geometry and all that. Well, yeah, I think we better go talk to Quartz. She's probably our next lead in terms of all this. We can figure out, even if she doesn't know anything about it, we can learn what kind of people the professor was talking to, right? Someone
Right.
else could have been the deceiver.
Perhaps. We'll see what else she knows. She seems as good a lead as anyone. At least for now. Yes. Let's go speak with her.
But before we go, let's just say we have all this information laid out. I remember earlier I was gonna roll a cult on his ramblings to try to parse everything else he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do it like now?
Mm-hmm.
By the way.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. I'll do it. Success.
Okay. Well, he's talking about crimson letters. Hamish knows crimson letters are very, very important to the occult. And are known as...
Wait, they had a name for this in our last arc. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Correspondence. Fucking hold on.
Yeah.
Correspondence sigils.
Correspondence sigils.
Oh god. What are they called?
Those. I mean, they have to be the crimson letters he's talking about. Something about the crimson and the flawed letters.
So the urchins. They what are they called?
He must have written the letters wrong, and when it comes to writing correspondence, that can be world changing. Can do and undo all kinds of laws of the world.
Someone gave him the wrong runes.
Did they?
That's bad business.
They knew, but he didn't.
So that's good to know. Maybe well, it could be that the urchins involved somehow, but I find it more likely that someone is just using their words of power to get their dirty work done.
Perhaps.
And
he made many dealings.
They set off a magic bomb of sorts, and didn't want to be in the blast radius, so they had the professor do it for them.
And he also kept mentioning how they were tricked. Either they drew it incorrectly, or they received the wrong sigils, and it doomed them. Either way, the correspondence sigils are the key. Just like with that ornithologist back at the reserve. Damn.
Yeah, well,
all over again.
I doubt that these guys would have been messing with the sigils if they didn't have a steady hand. So my guess is they got bad info.
Indeed. Then, if we were to go to court, and if she knows about more of the letters, as we assume that Hunter was claiming she did, then perhaps she could tell us who they got the letters from. From there, we could figure out who is the culprit for letting this ritual go so wrong. Perhaps that could be the key.
That's the hope, yeah. And if we find the originators, maybe we can get them to give us a little reversal magic. Banish these things.
Yes, indeed. Then...
Alright, well, let's get on it.
To court, I suppose. Yes.
Yep. I'll have you lead the way.
So you ask around, and some people are like, oh yeah, I know a guy who knows another guy who knows this guy who knows Courts, who says that she is in class right now. She's currently, I don't know, in psychology 1136G.
Oh, sick, bro. Alright. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, no problem, bro. We're
later.
going out for beers tonight, right?
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
Ah, sweet. Awesome. So, beers and the rest of these guys, are they coming with us?
Y'all want to come?
We're fine.
We got beers. You sure, dude?
Yeah.
You look like you could need some beers.
Well, I'll have much work to do after this.
you can enjoy the rest. You deserve it.
All right, thanks, bro.
All right, got you, man. No problem. See you tonight. Okay.
So I guess we're just gonna wait until she's done with her class.
Okay, so you're gonna. Where are you gonna wait? Just outside.
Yeah, just outside.
Okay. So you wait outside, and when the class finishes, the students file out. You hear the professor going all stereotypical 1900s university, and due for class tomorrow is pages 547 through 1000 of your textbook.
It's old. Yeah, old-timey
Through 2
teaching
billion.
sensibilities really just make you memorize pages and stuff.
500 through 2 billion. No, yeah. And so you see Quartz and one of her friends are coming out of the classroom. They're discussing something. I don't know. They seem to be discussing random psychology topic.
Discussing the class, probably.
They're discussing eating disorders. Alright, they're discussing eating disorders.
Okay.
Have you heard the case of Nico Cotto avocado?
Oh no.
Nicholas Cotto of the avocado family. Nicholas Codbury.
Okay, no, alright, I'm gonna ask Byron to get her ear, because...
Hamish and Byron, have I seen you guys before?
Yes.
I mean, has she met you before?
She has.
Yes, she has.
Yeah.
I'm just getting Byron to do it, because her friend might be weirded out if this, like, rusty, like, mummy and, like, old weathered sailor, like, approach her, but, like, we want a nice face, so we'll send a beefcake to get her.
Beefcake.
Yeah, it just occurred to me that we're the two members of the party that got bandages all over, and today we're 2/3 of the party.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're gonna have Byron talk to him?
Yeah. It'll be our face.
Hey, yo. What's up? We got my friends here and we have a few questions about the professor.
Sorry, do I know you?
Yeah.
I think I recognize you from around the campus.
Yeah, no, we talked, remember?
Oh, that's Richard
when we
Byron.
were looking at the yeah, that's me.
Oh, he comes from one of the wealthiest families around here.
I mean,
admires
yeah,
your
but like I don't
stubbornness,
really like
the friend. Obviously.
I don't really like to, flex my wealth or anything like that.
Oh,
I'm not
right.
about that.
I do recall you talking to me. Wait, was Byron there the last time you talked to Quartz? I don't think so,
Yeah,
right?
I think
When you talked to her in her...
Well, he was
and,
probably in the background. Yeah.
Do you remember
I
the
was
last
there
time you talked?
when
Maybe.
I was there when we went through his office.
Okay,
the professor's office.
They've talked to her since then, but okay, yeah, that's fine. Right, at the office. How can I help you? If at all.
So, we got a few more questions about the professor and you, I guess.
She says, and she notices the other two of
yeah.
your group behind.
He just sees Hamish smoking like a cigarette and going out a window.
Big mistake for Hamish.
Sorry, no, kind of a disappointment compared to this guy.
So, what were we supposed to ask again? I kind of forgot.
She just kind of looks
just
back
ask
and
her to
forth
come
like,
up.
I don't fucking know.
Just to ask her if she's like busy or if she can spare time to help us with shit.
Yeah.
basically.
Are you busy? And if you could help us at all with our investigation, that'd be pretty sick, bro.
Well, I've certainly got time to answer some questions, but if you need my actual help with appraising things or something like that. I know you were asking about that. You'll have to wait a bit, if that's all right.
No, we just need some quick questions answered.
Well, that I can do. Right? We've got time for that, right? She says, she asks her friend, "Oh, yes, of course."
All right.
Well, it'd be better if it was just you. I mean, I understand if you like to have a friend around, but
She kind of furrows her brow, and the friend kind of does as well.
We'd like to talk about the professor, and it's a little bit private.
Does it have to be private?
I'll look over at Hamish.
Remember, Mrs. Courts, this investigation demands some confidentiality.
Yes. She looks at her friend.
We're afraid we can't have bystanders listening in as well. If you have business to take care of with your friend, then you may take care of it first before speaking with us.
We don't
if
have,
not,
we
just
don't
give
have
me
to
a
be,
moment.
All right.
Sorry, Hayes, what were you saying?
Well, I was just going to say that we can do it in public if it's about being alone with all three of us.
Yes, that would be fine then.
Oh well, I wait. Are you positing like the option to do it in public, like discuss it in public?
Like he means in a public space.
Yeah.
Oh, but like away from earshot of other people still, because this
Presumably.
is not something. Yeah, top secret. Just as a reminder. But yeah. Sure. I mean, if you want, we can kind of do an open air
Okay.
area. But yeah.
That's fine, she says, and she exchanges a glance with her friend. Is the university green
Alright.
fine?
That sounds good, dude.
Okay. Let's do that then. Okay, so you make your way to the university green then, I suppose. And her friend will just kind of like come with you and then wait at a distance while you talk. You find a bench on a reasonably nice
alright.
park. Underneath the gray sky,
Hamish
there's university
stamps
students
out
going
his
from
cigarette.
place to place. You're kind of at the bottom of this almost hill-ish area. So there's this beautiful set of stairs that goes all the way up that hill, and sloping lawns that go and that follow it down. And currently you're sitting in the bottommost one, which is ringed with a few trees. Hello again, this is Ardent. This is finally the first time you hear me doing anything outside of actual gameplay for the first time in a very long while, and unfortunately it's for an outro. I don't know what happened to the clip at this point. The entire thing, the recording just disappeared. I have no idea what exactly happened there, but there's no recording. I didn't run out of space on my computer. We recorded another session last weekend, and we had no issues, so very odd. But I will briefly recap what happened because they had a conversation with Quartz, and that was essentially the end of the session. The sky turned red while they were talking. Quartz had genuinely no idea what they were talking about, or perhaps disgenuinely, as their psychology checks would indicate. She was withholding some amount of information either about her involvement, knowledge of the people involved, or knowledge of leaders' associates. She pointed the players towards Professor Roach and Lucy Stone as possible suspects. She did not know otherwise who could have dealt with the papers. However, again, she seemed to not be entirely forthright about her answers. She also didn't seem to think that Roach would be capable of using the letters correctly, and much less that leader would either. And she said that unless somebody very talented came along, they likely would not be able to understand whatever occult power could have been in those letters in the first place. And that was essentially it.